No T-Rex this morning. 48-hour rainfall, 0.77 inches, and we're not in Massachusetts. We are in the Merrimack Valley, very close to the Merrimack River here, in the Bradford Woods of New Hampshire, where it looks like there's a little bit of a stratocumulus cloud, and it's kind of sticky. Doesn't feel too bad. Zero wind. We've got some flowers. Weir is a gardener, and they're not wilted. That's excellent. Anyhow, this is the water issue. We have water issues from not enough to way too much suddenly in the last 2 weeks. Believe it or not, I gotta say this before I forget the numbers. In Rehoboth, Massachusetts, 24-hour rainfall, what is it, 7.44 inches. And this is the third major sort of downpour thunderstorm day in 2 weeks. So if we go to the 2-week total in Rehoboth, Massachusetts, 9.88 inches. And this is the wettest 2 weeks at this Coco Ross station. This is Rehoboth 2.1 north since, believe it or not, Memorial Day of 2010. Yes, this is the wettest 2-week period in parts of New England in 12 years. Droughts and with floods. I got to experience a lot of water yesterday. We spent the day, I went to Cape Cod, and the sun came out. It was kind of really warm on Fallins Pond and Bass River. We Friends of Bass River water testing. Oxygen levels are low, nitrogen levels are high, water temperature is up. None of that is good news for the ecosystem, so we're trying to figure out how to fix that. And my teammates and I did some water testing. I'll show you a little more video on that. And then I had to drive back and downpours through Plymouth County, where the 24-hour rainfall was another 3 inches. So parts of southeastern Massachusetts have now had 7 inches of rain in 2 days. Can you believe it with the timing on the Marshfield Fair? This is just unbelievable. Well, today the rain is falling mostly in northern New Hampshire, northern Vermont, and guess where we're going? In that direction, so we'll have more rain for you tomorrow. And there's the forecast map this afternoon. Yesterday when we showed this map for this afternoon, there was nothing on it. Front was stalled across southern New England. Northern New England was dry. Now showers and thunderstorms in northern New England. The short-range models, the mesoscale models, they're almost useless. They can indicate where that there'll be heavy rains, but they can't get where they're going to be. For example, yesterday, the HRR, even 6 hours before the event, had 0 rain in Rehoboth, and we ended up with more than 7 inches. So that's just amazing how bad they do. And then the ensemble models broad brush it too much, so there's really no way to predict exactly how much precipitation is going to fall, especially in a convective situation like yesterday. So all you can do is look at the high resolution and say, okay, there's going to be convection, and here's the output for this afternoon, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And then if I go to the more lower resolution model, but not an ensemble, but just the GFS output, it shows a potential inch of rain with a front that's coming through on Friday. And that's mostly for central and northern New England, but if I looked at the ensemble, it would broad brush all of New England. So there is rainfall in the forecast again this afternoon, and again, I guess tomorrow might be the driest day of the week, and then Friday more downpours, even though tomorrow's not completely dry. And then the good news is most of us are going to have a nice weekend. The high pressure is going to go to our north, and the temperature is going to rebound to the 70s at the shore, maybe 80 inland for a nice weekend. Believe it or not, we are experiencing the wettest period in New England as a whole, I think, of the year, maybe since spring of last year. Remember, spring and early summer last year, we had all those floods. So we are definitely denting the drought. Not everybody's gotten it. My house in South Dennis has only had a ½ inch of rain so far this week. So on the Bass River, I guess maybe that's good news that we have less rainfall runoff, but we could all use some more rain, all except for where we're now drowning in mud in parts of Plymouth County, Massachusetts. But it looks like we're going to have a pretty good day for the Marshfield Fair. Okay, I'll leave you with more water everywhere yesterday, except for in my yard where I had a beautiful rainbow to end the day. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot one more thing. It's race day in Hingham, so let's throw in the forecast for the Twilight Series today. It is from the east-southeast at 3 knots, gusting over 10 knots. Sorry about that, guys, girls, captains. Another Wednesday in the doldrums, but it should be pretty and it shouldn't be raining.
Oh, we probably want to label it first, though.
Yes.
Mad scientists. We're going to do the nutrient sample, the hardest one.
The hardest.
Well, no.
We'll get Charlie, the new guy. Maybe we can make Charlie do it. So far, we've got the temperature of the air is 78, the temperature of the water is 77, salinity 25 parts, 1.7 milliliters of sodium thiosulfate used. Oxygen level seems a little better. Turbidity is at a 30. Time spent sampling, 6 hours and 50 minutes. This is like the hardest one, getting the nutrients through the filter. To the 100 milliliter line. So we're at about 35 milliliters. Takes a couple of those. Like we could probably use another new one of these things. Wow, John, you've been working out.
Yeah. Dial.
Back to school with J-Bo, 80s and more, 105.7 WR1.
It's the end of the day. Just drove home through floods. You can just bark all you want. And the ground is barely wet here. The sun is out and it's raining just enough that we have a spectacular rainbow. What a day. Another 3 inches around Sandwich and another 0.03 for TK and T-Rex. Almost.